Hey, I'm Roy Furr with Breakthrough Marketing Secrets, and we have another One Big Idea video for you. Today, I'm going to share with you the one big idea that I got out of this book, Ready, Fire, Aim by Michael Masterson. And this book actually qualifies for me as one of the most important books that any entrepreneur or business builder or marketer should read. And the reason why is that it's based in the experience of building a business, well, multiple businesses past 100 million, 0 to 100 million in no time flat is the subtitle, and actually dozens of businesses well past that $1 million mark. And actually, since this book's publication, mine is, I believe, a 2007 copy. Since this book's publication, 2008. Since the publication, the main business that Michael Masterson, which that's his pen name, Mark Ford, works with, Agora, you can actually see it here, has grown to over $1 billion business, and it's largely because of the strategies that you will find in this book. And so, based on Mark's track record, Michael Masterson's track record, this book is indispensable for someone in business. And the entire book revolves around one fundamental concept, and that concept is that every business that grows goes through certain stages of growth, and those stages of growth can be demarcated by revenue, by employee number, by all sorts of different growth metrics. But fundamentally, these four phases are the phases that any business has to go through to continue growing past, up to these different revenue numbers. So Michael puts stage one as infancy. And for the sake of easy reference, he calls that 0 to $1 million in revenue. And at this stage one, the primary problem that you have to overcome is you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to make your business work. The primary challenge that you have to get through to move through this stage is to make your first profitable sale. That is, make a sale where the amount of net revenue after fulfilling on the product is more than it costs for you to make the sale. Because once you're able to do that repeatedly, you do achieve critical mass. You do achieve the ability to scale to a point. And your main opportunity at stage one is achieving a minimum critical mass of customers. So one of the major points that he makes through stage one is that so many businesses get focused on all the wrong things when they go to grow, when they get started. They get focused on everything from does my website look pretty to do I have a great office to do I have a team in place and all of that. And those things are minimally important compared to the number one thing you must do to start growing a business, which is you have to start getting customers. You have to start bringing customers in through the door, and you have to do it in a way that is scalable, in a way where you're able to continue spending money to acquire new customers. And so the challenge to do that is to start making profitable sales. Stage two, growing from $1 million to $10 million in revenue. Your problems change, your challenges change, and your opportunities change. So your main problem is that you're only breaking even or maybe losing money. So you may have ongoing business expenses. You may not be making enough profit off that first sale. You may suddenly be running into challenges where the low-hanging fruit in your market suddenly is no longer there, and you have to start stretching further to get new customers. So your main challenge at this stage is creating many additional profitable products quickly. So you go from trying to acquire as many customers as possible to going to serve each customer to the maximum extent possible. Really, your challenge here is to figure out how to grow lifetime value, how to sell more to the same people, how to serve them on a deeper level. And your main opportunity is in increasing cash flow and becoming profitable. So you go from spending to acquire customers, which a good direct marketer knows often happens at break even, meaning you spend $1 to get a dollar in return with a new customer in tow. You go from that to having all of these customers on your file in your database and being able to reach out to them over and over again and serve them on a deeper level and make more profits and cash flow from that. So once you have the business going, once you have the business growing, once you have customers coming in through the door and spending enough money that you're able to make a decent profit for yourself and to distribute among growing a team to reinvest in the business, your stage 3 is adolescence. And this is where you go from $10 million to $50 million in revenue. And the main problem here is that your systems become strained. Customers are noticing. As much as you're trying to serve customers, there are people falling through the cracks. And your main challenge here is learning to turn the chaos into order. The main opportunity in order to do that is learning how to establish useful protocols and manage processes and procedures. And this is where you often go from having an entrepreneurial type business where you are where it's founder run, where founder led, and you are the founder is there in the business every day making decisions, to figuring out how to get managers in place, how to get a team in place, how to become a business leader, how to lead teams, how to create systems, how to make it all scalable and repeatable so that things don't fall through the cracks, so that there are layers of redundancy. And to an extent, this is where you start to create bureaucracy, which is kind of the entrepreneur's nightmare. And so in certain businesses with certain personalities, the entrepreneur's biggest challenge on a personal level here is to actually step back from the business and let somebody else lead who gets fulfillment out of leading this big complex operation. And maybe the entrepreneur then can target, for example, Michael Masterson. He has a long history of starting business after business after business after business because he doesn't really want to be the person who's in there managing a complex system of the businesses. He's there to be inspired and to provide feedback and to provide help and support and direction. But he likes creating things and so if you are like him, if you're like me, if you're like so many other entrepreneurs I know, your biggest challenge personally at stage 3, growing past $10 million to $50 million, your challenge is to figure out how to get other people to help you build those systems to make it scalable. And then stage 4, adulthood, $50 million to $100 million in revenue and beyond. Your main problem is that sales slowed down and may even stall. A lot of businesses at this point start to lose that entrepreneurial growth, and they start to reach that plateau. And the challenge is actually becoming entrepreneurial again. So if as an entrepreneur, your challenge in the previous stage was being able to step back from your business, perhaps this is a light at the end of that tunnel, that if you do this right, if you have that business built in the right way with all the systems, processes, and so on, that stage 4 is your opportunity to become entrepreneurial again. And the opportunity here is getting the business to run itself so that you can start to use the scale, the systems, the processes, the procedures, the technology, and all of the other elements that you have in place, all the assets and resources that you have in place from growing that first part of the business to give yourself an advantage as you launch another business and another business and another business and another business. And the best case study in this by far is actually Agora, that Michael Masterson, Mark Ford is a part of. And many of the Agora businesses, including sub businesses or affiliates or imprints, are talked about in here in a semi-anonymous way. But if you know the business, if you track the business, you can figure out what's being talked about. So the thing about Agora is it started as one business. It started really with one publication, International Living, a magazine/newsletter for people who were looking to retire out, for Americans who were looking to retire outside of the United States. And then it grew to a number of different financial publications. Multiple financial publications launched inside the business. As those became successful, they they spawned out and became their own businesses, and then those businesses launched their own businesses, and it's all under this bigger parent company. But each individual business unit inside Agora follows this model and is actually they become entrepreneurial. They become entrepreneurial again. Each one is allowed to be and behave in entrepreneurial fashions, while at the same time they are tapping into the broader resources. So they have some core technology that they use. They have a core legal team and legal experience that they use. They have core financial parts of the business that they use. And if you are launching a new business inside Agora, or rolling your business out into its own entity inside Agora, today you are allowed to behave and act like an entrepreneur, while at the same time having access to all of these assets and all of these resources. And so that's why you find that with a lot of these Agora businesses, they actually grow. They grow ridiculously fast because they have they're able to tap into all of the resources of the parent company, while at the same time each one is really starting out saying, okay, what is that one product? Stage one, what's that one product that we can sell to a customer at a profit? Stage two, how can we serve that customer in a deeper way, in a bigger way that encourages them to do business with us again and to spend more money with us in exchange for more value? And then number three, how can we really build this and scale it and put the systems in place, again leveraging the experience of the parent company? And then stage four, there are divisions within Agora who are then building their own divisions. So it's like a root structure. There's the main plant, and then roots go off, and then roots go off of those roots, and roots go off of those roots. And it's really a fascinating case study in this Ready, Fire, Aim methodology, and something that I believe every serious entrepreneur should study. And with that, you can dive right in. You can get Ready, Fire, Aim. You can read it. Although it is, it's getting to be a few years old now, it's still ultimately just as relevant today as ever before, because it is based in strategies and principles for launching a business, growing it from $0 to $100 million in as fast as possible. Yeah, it's a must read for me. It's must read. I absolutely recommend that if you are a entrepreneur, a startup founder, a business builder, a marketer, or even if you just want to be more influential in the growth of your employer or your clients' businesses, I strongly recommend this book. And today it's available in audiobook and ebook format, I think, and print as well. I have the original hardcover. And if you'd like, I include Amazon links with these videos. Also, if you would like to get future videos from me, you can, of course, subscribe on YouTube. Also, you can sign up at breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com. The link is in the description below. And you'll get my Monday through Thursday articles on marketing, copywriting, selling, business building, and more, as well as these Friday videos, which are these days mostly directed at sharing one big idea from a book that I find to be incredibly important for you to read. So with that, again, I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. It's your video issue. It's Friday, and I will see you again next video Friday.